So got this all covered up right now, so I'm trying to do the base of the vest and everything. So I might have to make this pattern a little bit wider, so it's going to have to the fabric has to go inside here. So this is going to need a little bit more fabric, I believe. Well, I don't know, maybe that will work. It might work like that. So I don't know, let's try this. Let's just do that. And I gotta make a new ab design here. There's a suit I kind of want to mimic. I don't know who the artist is, but it looks pretty cool. Looks like there's a cool ab design here. It's like a 4-pack ab, but it's gonna be simple. Everything I might try to do some foam, either. Let's see here. Try to do this foam with this on top, maybe, or just do my normal double stack of this foam for the abs. But let's cut some of the fabric for this, so we get this all started up. There, we're going to focus on the front for now. The back we might do later on. I have somewhat new designs for that. And yeah, let's get going. All right, we got the back, put that aside. The other scraps, we're gonna use those for details. We're gonna focus on the front. We got to do these, so they kind of curve in a little bit more. So this should work. Those are gonna be in there pretty good. And glue, it's gonna come down here a little bit more, I believe. I have to put on my mannequin to see how it will fit. So once I sew the darts in, give it a little more shape. So it curves around the body a little more in the front there, and this goes around the chest a little more. Hopefully that will get in there pretty good. So let's do that. did so the darts did inside out, so I can't. I guess I could find my center if I just kind of photos in half here. Something like this. Yeah, I lost my light. So let's fix my light here. All right. Alright, let's see how this looks. Right, let's see here. Can't get really good on there. Let's see here. I gotta get my mannequin set up here. Alright, so that there. I can see in my model I'm going to have to trim these off since yeah, it's going to go right there, but in my model, the final one, I'm going to trim the sides off here so it doesn't go to the edge. So I'm just going to leave this one as is. This because it's already been done. I don't feel like cutting it. I should cut it before, but when I release the files, those will be cut. So now I'm going to do, let's see here, I'll mark where this is going to be. Size that. So now I'm gonna do the abs here. I'll probably make it where it goes. I'll make top goes underneath here, so I'll glue over that, and I'll do my ab designs here where you can't see it. I'm gonna do my ab designs here since because I'm gonna do like the 4-pack here. And probably some other designs going across here where the straps might go, or some details right here. I don't know. It's like whatever you feel like you're doing, use your imagination. So let's start on this and figure out some details. Then I'll get the Velcro on here and kind of finish it up. But let's focus on the abs, get that design knocked out. All right, here we go. Need let's figure out this. I need my pencil. All right, my dog ate my pencil, so there's that. Let's sketch. Alright, let's see here. Alright, I probably won't do the details that far. I might bring it, leave it about up here so you put the belt across there if you want. Alright. Alright, here we go. Do some design there. Come out this way, that way. This. Alright, do something like this, a little basic. No, I guess not really basic, but let's see here. Yeah, so it's good. Right, let's cut this out and sketch it. I can't find my X-Acto blade. Alright, got my X-Acto blade. Do this. here. Let's trim those up a little more. Kind of want it here. Very good. There we go. That'd be kind of cool. I just gotta make another outline of that. Get this be the raised part of it. I'm gonna do the base of the raise. So I'll just be extra fabric up here. So let's see here, extra fabric there, one here. Get that fold line again. There, let's cut this out. All right, let's put this over here. Let's put it on this line. All right, so got that. So I could do a little more trimming here. There. There we go. There's enough room there. I might add a little more. All right, let's bring this down. Yeah, I think that's about it. Bring it down. The little foam standoffs, or the the ab part will stand out a little more. Everything center. All right. So here. Put this away. And get some foam. All right, got the patterns. Got the foam. So now I'm going to trace the patterns on here. Get a Sharpie and color, as long as you can see it. That one there. Cut it. That's too short there. All right, set that aside. I'm gonna do this side and cut this pattern apart. All right, I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. So trim it a little bit, and you got a little space that you can sew around. And now trace this again. That one. Let's keep these together. This one here. All right, so that this here. Might have to trim a little more on that on the side. This. Once I do the final prototype here, I'm going to redraw those in the Corel Draw, get the patterns up right, and get them spaced out pretty good, because I know some areas of this app I need more space for to sew it, especially around the edge here. It's like, I think this should come in smaller because I gotta sew the fabric tight against this here. Then once I sew this onto the base, I gotta sew on the edge here. So this needs to be moved in. So I'm just gonna trim this a little bit more. And let's see here. Looks a little bit better. So I'll do the same thing on this one here. Trim up here and the sides and the bottom. Let's do the bottom first. Need, let's see here, make this a little even. That there. All right. Cut this. So there we go. Oh yeah, like once I get the pattern right, I'm gonna take this, scan this in, then I'm gonna take measurements again and readjust the sizing on this here. Make sure this the base fits within those lines there. So, and after that, make a pattern. Okay, so since this is kind of my prototype, so I might sell this, or let's do some kind of giveaway. I've never done one of those before, so I don't know, maybe I'll do a giveaway. Maybe kind of get some more subscribers, whatnot. So that's marking this where I can place it once I glue this down. All right. All I need to do is spread glue this. Let me set. All right, these are glued. All right, now let's kind of put these, line them up. Go. Just remember your spacing we need. So set. I should butt up against that. Now we're gonna wrap this in some fabric. So try to figure out. I might do vinyl. Try that. I haven't done that in a while. All right, got some black vinyl. Give enough room to wrap it. looks good. So I'm gonna spray this, and not sure I'm gonna spray this, but I think I'm gonna spray this here like I always do, and leave that unsprayed. All right, got this spray down. Now I'll lay. So here it was like that. So you can see where you want to lay that without doing it the other way, and you have to guess how much space you got to wrap it. So now, smooth everything out. Put everything in its corners. Like use a pencil, or I just use a flat, or I just use a Sharpie. Not tough. It's like I gotta let the glue dry a little bit before I sew it. And if not, the needle will be all gunky when you sew it. But feels like this spray, the 3M90, is not really sticking the fabric too well. I don't have 77 will usually work, but it works good on this fabric for the 90, but not for this. All right, I'll sew this on. I messed up, actually. I jumped ahead of myself, so I should have wrapped this too. So when I stitch it, it'll tie that, or it'll hold that together too. So, all right, we're gonna might have to re-sew some of this, but here we are. And this is well, this is my prototype. I'm just trying to get this out of my head so I could sleep some. That. The top I was going to leave alone. I'm not going to fold the top in. Just showing you what I mean with bed. So just fold in, fold in, fold in. All right, now you have to figure out. I gotta glue all this stuff now. All right, back, glue, spray the glue. So now I'm gonna fold everything in, like so. To center here, wrap that there. There you go. It's not perfect, but I'll try to get the pattern perfect where I want it. One thing is, don't care for this glue on this material. Kind of gives it air bubbles, but maybe it's the fabric itself. But usually, I use duck cloth for wrapping everything, and it kind of stretches pretty good. So, all right, so that's done. This be right here. I just gotta get this triangle in the center of the ab a little better. Neat. I rushed it, but just should take my time on that one, but it's all good. Just want to see what it looks like. So that put this on here. So I kind of place this like so. I mean, might not be perfect align. It's like this is gonna overlap that, and it's gonna glue down. So we're gonna glue this down last once we get all the details. We got to get the Velcro in here. Then we do some other design we need to right there. Just to hide the stitching of the Velcro. So I kind of like try to make it clean. So yeah, it's gonna be like a little, maybe, let's see here, I'm trying to figure out another detail. I don't know, we're gonna do some more the fake leather here to tie this in, because I want to tie it into the cape, because my cape is the same pattern as this. So it'll be different. Yeah, let's try that. All right, let's just get this attached, and I'm gonna have to glue this, spray glue this again, and put on there and sew it. All right, so I glue the back. I just need to tack it into place, like so. Try to line up as much as possible. Keep it kind of center. And press it down. So there's that. Just gonna go over that. So I think that will work out. And I'm gonna stitch this here. And another thing that might be really good detail is like get thicker stitches or double up on stitches on here, so that the stitching on here kind of pop out a little bit, make a little stand out a little better. Extra detail. I've done that before. It looks kind of cool with the thicker stitching instead of the regular thin stitching. I forgot what the thickness of that thread is, actually. Yeah, so this is 782, but the thicker thread, we get the Gatterman, the German thread. It's in gray, and the regular one's kind of in white. I think it costs a little bit more, but that's good. It's thicker. It would make it stand out a little better too. All right, so let's stitch this on. All right, stitch this on. Not my greatest stitching. I might definitely need to make the base a little bit wider in some areas, so I could get better, line up my foot better on the edge here. So I kind of follow and went off a little bit, but once again, this is my prototype, so I'm gonna go with it and just keep on testing everything. So later on, I might come in and do some little details, put some rivets in there, maybe, to kind of pop it out, make it a little more military armor-like. So, yeah, all we have to do is do the Velcro and Velcro up here, then do the details here to cover the stitching for the Velcro. I don't know what else I was going to do for I might, let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna put bias tape around it and whatnot. So let's give it the extra detail there. So, all right, let's get on to that part. All right, so I did some stuff off camera. I took some pictures here and there. I might put them up in the video also. Had to do the ab part like 3 times and restored it onto the vest here about 5 times to get it lined up right. So here's the ones I had. Did this one here. The first one, the point here didn't come out right. It wasn't lining up and everything. It's just like it wasn't wide enough here on the sides to sew to look good. So I took that off, and then I did this one over. Sewed this one up. I messed up on the V and everything, and this was crooked here. So, and I took this off, even though this is supposed to be my my prototype, my proof of concept, whatnot. So I went back here. I did this in foam again, but the details I double them up on the foam. I sewed up everything. I kind of messed up here and there, but kind of the spacing did pretty good. When I first sewed on here, it was kind of crooked, a little cockeyed, so I had to redo it. But I did these detail pieces instead, also added it onto the vest. So now I gotta put this pattern up, or get it to digitalize so I can put with the pattern also. So I did these first, sewed them on. They're foam covered with, this is craft foam actually, same with this here, craft foam. Wrapped it with fabric, and this is more of a, it's a headliner foam I use here. It's a little more softer, so it's probably easier to sew through also, but I mean, just give it a different feel, like kind of harder foam here, and it's kind of soft. I don't know, just playing around with the different texture and whatnot. So I was gonna plan on doing something here, but it might be too busy. I was gonna do another red strip here, but it might take away from this detail and the vest and everything. So I might leave it alone. I was thinking of doing another strip here, but I might go against it. But I gotta do the bias tape around here edging, so I can actually glue this to this here, so I get the final look. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with the back. If I'm gonna do model a armor part back there, like a small piece, because I did a vacuum form piece before. I don't have it on me. I thought I had it around here somewhere. But I was going to try and model that exact piece, so I could have that available with the file also. So you can wrap that the same way as the chest piece. So I'm trying to figure that out, because I got to do the back a little bit different. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do on that design. But I'm gonna work on the front to get this done, so I can see how it all comes together. So I might turn this into a robin vest, or it could be I don't know, it could be a custom one. It could be a robin. It could be a Red Hood, Nightwing, or a Batman, or it could be, I don't know, it could be Daredevil or Deadpool or anything like that. I mean, it could be, use it for anything, but yeah, what's that? Yeah, crap on there. Oh well. I might airbrush it anyways, give it a little shadows. So that's my plan so far. I might do the bias tapes. I was gonna probably leave this alone because I got to do my straps somewhere around here. I might do one on top of here, come across. Depends how this will look. Yeah, I might do one here, come across, and one across there. So it gives a little more layering on that. So I'm probably I'm gonna do the bias tape off camera. I was gonna do a different style or do a different way of doing a bias tape, but I'm not for sure. I'm trying to figure out how fast I want to get this done. But that's my thought process on this so far. All right, let's start sewing the dot bias tape on here so I can get this kind of done and get this glued on. All right, bias tape on there. Around here. Try and get everything centered. Then mark some edges here. There. So, mark there too. All right, got where I'm going to put the contact cement glue at. Hopefully everything looks centered and good. Let's see here. Yeah, looks pretty good, pretty decent. Well, let's get a contact cement on here and on here too, and I'll be right back and show you the final results. All right, got concrete. Got contact cement on this. I put a couple layers on, let it dry. I put some on this here, let it dry. And I try to get close to the edge as possible, and hopefully it will stick. So I got a mannequin. I have this advantage where I can put on there and kind of shape the vest to this here to help me out. You might have to do it on yourself, have someone else help you. So that's how I'm doing it right here. So now, trying to line up the vests where you mark your line set. Hopefully nothing move too much. Yeah, kind of seep through the fabric. Backside. So. Perfect. Alright. Well. right. Alright, this is the back side of it, so it kind of put a little too much on there, but should be alright. Probably need to do a light coat on the fabric and just do kind of heavy coat on the hard armor part of it, and just kind of push everything together. Not everything lined up pretty good. Guess I could shift everything over a tad bit to the left side of the vest there. But kind of like it so far. I might 3D model some detail here, kind of like some kind of weird buckle thing. So I have a strap. So maybe the 3D model will be glued onto this, and the strap will come off of it. Probably stitch it somewhere here and give it secure so I don't pull it off when you tighten it. Come to here and have another 3D model detail piece right here coming off that way, so it gives some more detailed depth to it. So that's it so far. I'm gonna let this dry overnight, and meantime I'll probably work on these details here.